Hello everyone, this is Griffin Station back here with another Jump Force video. In this video we are going to be analyzing, frame by frame, the new Yugi trailer that we got from Bandai Namco. Now, I am using the Japanese version of the trailer thanks to Sam Adams over on YouTube. In one of my comment sections he asked me to look at the Japanese one specifically, since that one had a new opening that we don't have in the other versions of the trailer. So let's just go at this frame by frame. So we have the Unreal Engine logo, the 50th anniversary. Now, this is new. We have Blackbeard. Blackbeard was not there before. And then we also have Boa and Nami. Does this hint at something? Potentially. We don't know yet. But it is really intriguing that they added Blackbeard to this clip. Now this is all the same. We have the same characters. We have Guy, Naruto, Kakashi, Sasuke, Gaara. Nothing too surprising. And with this one we have Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, and Trunks. Now obviously Piccolo, Gohan, and Trunks have not been confirmed, while Vegeta and Goku have, along with Frieza. We'll just have to wait and see what other characters are announced. And then we have Death Note. If you notice, it's only Light, Ryuk, and L. Now we have Bleach, which has Renji, somebody that has not been announced, Ulquiorra in the top left corner, and after obviously we have Aizen, we have Ichigo, we have Rukia, and after we have some other Gotai 13 members on the bottom. And then we have Hunter x Hunter. This is really interesting. This is my first time actually seeing this, just going frame by frame. So it's really cool to see these characters. They are showing the Hisoka and Chrollo fight. Yes! Chrollo, if you make it into this game, I need to recreate that fight with Hisoka and Chrollo. And after, obviously, we have Leorio, we have Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and after we have Gon-san, which has been confirmed for Jump Force, and I cannot wait to get my hands on him in this demo. And then we have Yu Yu Hakusho with Toguro and Yusuke, obviously, since they are in this game. But then they show Kuwabara, Kurama, and Hiei. Now, if Yu Yu Hakusho is getting 5 characters, these are probably the top picks. Okay, this is just getting me excited. But let's continue. And after Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, so they're just going all out with all the frames from the manga in this trailer. I am so glad I chose this, and thank you Sam Adams for letting me know. And also, I just want to point out we have a little Kaiba in the bottom right here, not in the bottom right, just in the bottom over here. And that we have obviously Dark Magician, we have Slifer the Sky Dragon, and Dark Magician again, I believe behind my picture. I can't actually no, I think that's Dark Magician Girl. I'm looking at it on my recording and my face is covering it, so I can't exactly tell, but I'm pretty sure that's Dark Magician Girl now that I'm looking at it. But now we have the zoom out. We have regular Yugi. I just like how they're combining all these different manga, and it wasn't like how it was before. I can't wait to see what they do when they have even more series announced. So, Goku powering up. This looks pretty familiar. We have Luffy using Red Hawk, something that we've seen before. We have Naruto using probably a tailed beast bomb of some sort. And then Ichigo powering up in his transformed state. We've seen this also. And I'm pretty sure these clips are basically ones that we've seen before. We have Yusuke using a spirit gun. Gon powering up into Gon-san. Sasuke doing something. Can't really tell. Probably just activating either Amaterasu going into Susanoo. Who knows. Maybe some Rinnegan ability. Zoro about to use his ultimate. Killua about to use Narukami or something. And then Killua using the move that we saw in the previous trailer, the only thing we've seen him do. So can we see some more Kurapika gameplay, please? Did I call him Killua earlier? If I did, apologies for that. And then Toguro using his ultimate, as we've seen, or maybe it's a throw, I don't remember. Vegeta using Final Flash. And then we just get a lot of flashes of the other characters. Sanji, Rukia, Blackbeard, Frieza, Hisoka, Aizen, and Jump Force. So this is our first glimpse of the Golden Gate Bridge, and I just did it again. So let's go back here. 31 seconds into this trailer. We are at the Golden Gate Bridge. I used to live about an hour away from San Francisco. I now live about, I want to say, 3 hours away. And so seeing this is just super cool. And also just all this traffic. So obviously humanity is still a part of this world. They're trying to escape whatever calamity is happening to the world, probably because of the, I was about to call them Toa and Mira, but Galena and Kane, and whoever else, probably the villains like Frieza and so on and so forth, like Toguro and Hisoka, what they're doing in the real world to cause this much mayhem. We don't know yet, but we'll see. And we actually see a ferry. I don't know if it's the ferry that takes passengers to Alcatraz. It could be. Who knows? I doubt we'll be able to interact with it, but it'll be a cool background thing nonetheless. It'll be sort of like how the train was in Dr. Slump's world in J-Stars, I think. Which will be really cool. We also see a Naruto flag right in the left-hand corner right over here. So I assume that the Naruto world, and it's a hidden leaf image, so I'm going to assume that on one side the good guys have staked their ground, and on the other side the villains have, and they're sort of fighting on one side or the other of the Golden Gate Bridge. And then we get our first glimpse of the Hashirama and Madara statues from the Final Valley, which is just super cool. I honestly thought that since we got the Hokage faces in not Planet Namek, but in the Alps, I didn't think we'd be getting another Naruto location in the real life worlds. And so just seeing these, just trying to imagine driving over the Golden Gate Bridge and seeing the two Hashirama and Madara statues just across there while you're driving would just be like, it's just jaw-dropping. I would love to see that when I go back to San Francisco. Obviously I won't, but and the Golden Gate Bridge just looks so much like the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean it should, but it just looks spectacular. So this is another view. We see some other rock formations, probably other pieces of the statues and of the waterfall that just got transported into the real life world. And so this is one of our fighting locations. I assume the other one is actually on the bridge, but we aren't actually too sure of that as of this moment. But we see some cars turned over, some small buildings, and I've actually been to this location where they've been fighting, so that's pretty cool. If I'm able to at some point, maybe I'll record like a little like fighting arena location video, but we'll just have to wait and see on that, like in real life, because that'd be really cool to be able to visit the locations that they're showing off in this game in real life. So we're just getting our first hints at Yugi right here. About 47 seconds into the trailer, we only have 25 seconds left. Like, how much do they actually show? I've seen it, but... So, we open up with Yugi using Dark Magician, and it's against Toguro. Just some basic swipes with his scepter. Still cool. The particle effects are great. They aren't overbearing, but they look really nice nonetheless. Especially the purple piece. We don't actually see too much purple unless you're counting like Frieza or Toguro. I guess Hisoka if you count pink as a sort of purple, but you get the point. Like this type of purple is just beautiful to watch. So here are the well, right here we have the Swords of Revealing Light. that Yugi's using. This was revealed in the scan for Yugi from V-Jump, and he's using it against Frieza. We don't actually know what it's actually going to do. It probably will just damage somebody in front of you. And then we have Yugi using both the Dark Magician and Spell Shattering Arrow, that's what they're called, against Frieza. And this is actually the separate location that the stage transition goes to. So never mind, it doesn't look like that we'll be fighting on the Golden Gate Bridge, unfortunately. And there's multiple stage transitions. So Dark Magician fires off some sort of green blast. Not too sure what that is. If it's a specific card from Yu-Gi-Oh, let me know. I'm still trying to refresh my knowledge on all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I played it a lot when I was a kid, and I watched the anime, both Yu-Gi-Oh and Yu-Gi-Oh GX. I watched a little bit of some of the others, but yeah, so it's been a while since I've caught up on my Yu-Gi-Oh lore, so tell me if this looks familiar. Obviously, the spell shattering arrows are something that we've already analyzed from the V-Jump scan. And Frieza just seems to be getting the short end of the stick in a lot of these trailers. Oh, I also want to point out, before we move on, the Naruto flag that I pointed out earlier is in the background right there. So this is, once again, who is he fighting here? Probably Toguro? Yeah. I think it's just a continuation of the previous clip earlier. And then right here we see the Kaiba Core Dual Disc Blimp. I pointed this out in my breakdown of the 5-second trailer, but it's still cool to see nonetheless. I don't understand how it's flying so low. It looks like it could potentially crash into the Golden Gate Bridge if it sort of flew into that direction. It might just be flying around this piece of land, but it still looks to be flying really low, so I don't know. I don't know what it's doing here. And also, as I was saying in the previous video, is Kaiba going to be playable? Who knows? I mean, this at least makes it more plausible, but not confirmed. So let's continue. So this is actually really cool. So before we move on, you see this purple area right over here, so that they're teleporting somehow. Yugi's teleporting. That I don't quite understand. I guess the if he puts his heart in the cards, it allows him to do some super special abilities, even though he's basically a normal human. So he warps. So anyways, he warps over to Frieza with Dark Magician, and it sort of looks like Yugi's actually attacking along with Dark Magician. Maybe he's not. But he's with Dark Magician nonetheless. And they hit Frieza. So once again, here's another warp. Looks sort of like a lightning attack, and they're just slamming Frieza with it. So here's Yugi dashing again. So I guess Yugi can dash in this game. He's against Aizen now. And they're sort of close to the bay, which is cool. Hopefully we get some water users in Jump Force soon, because water graphics would just look really nice in the graphical style that they're going for in this game. So it looks sort of like a bomb type of card that spouts purple smoke, launches Aizen into the air, and after he fires a purple ball, just slamming Aizen down. And then after we get our first glimpse of Dark Magician Girl in action, which is nice. She does a little spin. Seems like to create a little like field around the enemy. Not quite sure what it does. Is she even hitting an enemy? I can't tell. Let's just back this up. Yeah, if she is hitting an enemy, she's completely blocking them. So not quite sure what that ability does. Probably harms an enemy. Probably. It's a safe assumption. So Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl then team up and fire a giant blast at the enemy. I think this is at Frieza, which is good to see. Glad to see that they're doing that at this angle, and after they do this at a couple of different angles. So this is probably a combination technique of some sort. Don't know how it's going to be activated, but it looks cool nonetheless. So we get about 3 shots of that. And then right here, Yugi clashes with Frieza. And also something really interesting now that I'm looking at it, Hashirama's statue has been destroyed. Now, does this happen throughout the course of the game? Does this happen when you do a stage transition? If it does, that'd be extremely cool. You could just interact with the environment. That sounds really fun to me. So hopefully that's the case. You get to interact with the statues, because obviously the statues are one of the big pieces of this stage along with the Golden Gate Bridge. So, okay, so no, this is the first stage transition. So Yugi's launching Frieza into the stage transition, so somehow the statue of Hashirama's already got destroyed. And then you just see Frieza launching into some rocks. And that just looks phenomenal. See the Kaiba core blimp in the background? Or maybe they just cut this weird and Frieza had already been launched? Or maybe there's multiple stage transitions in this map. We don't know for sure, but if there is, that'd be super cool. Because I can't honestly think of any other way how the Hashirama statue would be destroyed. If you can think of one, leave your comment in the comment section down below. So Frieza gets launched. It's looking like that Frieza is going to be launched into the other rock and have to ultimately end up on the other side of the bridge. I would really hope we could play on the bridge, but I can understand it'd be a little bit restrictive considering it's not too wide. I mean, it's super long, but yeah, not too wide. And then we have the final shot, Yugi summoning. This all I analyzed when I in my video yesterday, or 2 days ago now. Yugi summoning Slifer the Sky Dragon. And there's not much to say about this, just how cool Slifer looks. Like, just look at that. Just amazing. I love Slifer the Sky Dragon, one of my favorite cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's just great to see this in this graphics. It just looks amazing. And then we have the end of the trailer. So unfortunately, you don't actually get to see the attack that Slifer does. It's probably right as this is happening. Probably some thunder stuff, maybe some wind. Who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait. But it looks really cool nonetheless. And then after this, it's just the pre-order bonuses and the release date, and or maybe they don't have that in the Japanese version of the trailer. No, they don't. But the US version of the trailer is basically the same. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if I missed anything in this trailer, please leave in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear everything, because I'm sure I missed at least something in this trailer. You also want to see more Jump Force news updates and discussion videos, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!